What is up, everyone? This is TehCrono, and welcome to episode 1 of our Maplestory Reboot progression. Today, we'll be going through day 1, 2, and 3 of our progression. But before we go into that, I want to go over one quick thing. During this first session of day 1, 2, and 3, the Awake event's going on. And during this Awake event, we have a thing called burning. What is burning, you might ask? There are two types of burning, Mega and burning. This one is the Terra burning. They both do the same thing whenever you gain an additional level. Whenever you level, you gain an additional 2 levels. So instead of going from 10 to 11, you go to 10 to 13. And this applies all the way up to the cap depending on what's burning. For Mega, it ends at 150, and for Terra, or Terra burning, it goes to 200. Now, what should you burn? It's totally up to you. You could burn a character you want to try to main, like a secondary main or something. You might want to burn characters for your Legion or Link skill. Or you just want to burn a character that you just know you won't have fun playing. Me, personally, I'm going to be burning a Mercedes. The reason for this is because Mercedes has a really good Link skill. Her Link skill, the Evelyn's Blessing, gives additional 10% EXP at level 1, but when we get to level 3, we can get additional 20%, and this can be linked to other characters, making grinding a little bit more faster and easier. And Link skills are unlocked at certain levels. Level 1 you get from level 1, level 2 you get at level 120, and level 3 Link skill you get at 210. To link it to another character, you must get the character to level 70. And that's pretty much about it. So, let's go on to day 1 and see what we've done. With day 1, we are starting a new character. Just to let you guys know, this is a brand new account. This is a new tab, so brand new. So we have to set our pin and everything, and we get to create a character. Whenever I come to making new characters, I can just never think of names. I sat on the screen for like 10 minutes trying to think of a name, but eventually I was like, find something that works, and then if it works, it works. Anywho, so day 1, well, most characters, when you start off, you just jump into the Maple world and you're good to go. But some characters like, Ark, I know Illium has one, and a lot of other characters, they have like a small story quest line they do from level 1 to 30, so it's a lot more easier. That's what I did with the Mercedes. It just kill mobs and you'll be completely fine. So something else I want to mention with the series while we're going through this intro is all this is non-scripted. So I don't have a script I'm reading off or anything like that because I just personally don't like doing that stuff. I probably should actually start doing that, but I'm just too lazy. But for training, if you're an explorer or a character that needs to train, usually fire golems, I think ice golems, no, fire golems, that's what they are. We're good until 25, and then you go to Evil Eyes, I think that's what it's called, Surgeon Eyes, until level 30. It's pretty simple, straightforward. 1 to 30 is like the most basic thing, so it's not that hard. Alright, we hit level 30, so we can get our job advancement. And, well, Mercedes and a couple other classes. Well, Mercedes, once you get the job advancement for level 30, you don't actually have to do a job advancement anymore. It's just given to you for, well, 3rd and 4th job, they're just given to you. Anywho, so after we hit level 30, we start the theme dungeon. There are two other theme dungeons inside Fairy Academy. We have Golden Beach and Rihanna Strait. I personally say just do one in the like either Fairy Academy or Rihanna Strait. Gold Beach is just not fun. The rewards aren't that great, and well, that's it. Just the rewards aren't that great. But yeah, we do this, and normally you do 2 theme dungeons to get to 60, but with Terra Burning, you only have to do 1. Yeah, I'm trying to think if there's any extra information I want to throw out there. for these theme dungeons. Not the top of my head. But anyway, we defeat the boss. As you can see, we have third job skills because you just get it automatically. But yeah, by just being terror burned, or just burning in general, we managed to get to 65. No, yeah, 64. And something I didn't know about Mercedes is that it starts with level 30 charm. So you get a free pocket item, and other classes you have to walk that way. But luckily there's an event going on right now. Inside the shop you can buy a trait potion, just buy one of them and you should be able to hit 30 charm in no time. You just do a small quest, get a rose, and you're done. The pocket slot's gonna be really useful, but you don't have to get it straight away. Anyway, once you get to level 60 and get your job advancement, I say go to Mummy Dogs until 65. I personally say 65 just because it's easy to train here, especially with maps. I mean, classes that have great like mobbing skills. Alright, once you get to 65, go to not copper drakes, these are just normal drakes. And stay here from 65 till 70, or 75 depending if you just like this map. Sometimes I stay out to 80. But once you get 75 or 70, go to Orbis. And at level 75, I start doing the Afterlands theme dungeon. I personally don't like doing this because it's not fun. But it does give you a reward that's worth getting, which is a totem, because there's not really much totems you can get in the game. There's the U-Garden ones, and then rarely you can get the dark totems when they release that event. But without events, U-Garden's the best one you can go for. And also it's a good training spot. Anyway, by the time I finished, I know I'm skipping ahead a lot, but by the time I finished Afterlands, I was actually level 97. Turned one quest in and hit 100. Looked for a rune, managed to get the Rune of Might, so I decided to use it while killing mobs. And once they got the rune, I would have my MVP. And straight to Zakum. Zakum is probably one of the best things for experience at level 100. Because you would see, we kill one arm and all of a sudden, just a burst of levels. I think we ended at 110? Maybe 112. No, just one. No, yeah, 112. Or 113, 112. And something I hate about this Zakum is that you can't leave. So you have to actually go out the map and then teleport. Mob spawn there and you die. It's so stupid. But anyway, once you get done with doing Zakum, you can do Monster Park. I do recommend doing this every single day, because you can get good rewards. You get a lot of experience, but you can buy potions that are good for increased attack damage, increased magic damage, your attack speed, and also an experience potion. There's also a pendant you can grab that increases drop rate by 20%, which is worth grabbing. I think you can pit. No, I don't think you pit potential on it. But anyway, just do this 2 times a day, and you're good. After that, I decided to do Von Leon's Prequest. I used to not do this because I thought it was just so long that it's not worth doing, but it's actually quite short. You don't have to do the whole theme dungeon to get like the medal and the stuff. You just unlock the 3 towers, which is just collecting 50 drops from NPCs. It's actually not that hard. Now, if you want to complete the whole thing, you can. You get access to a daily event to help you get, I think it's like a ring, a pendant, and earrings. If you want to. I have never done it, but it's an option. But after doing Von Leon's Prequest, well, I was still on Von Leon's Prequest. There's also a good place to train too while you have to kill mobs. I think I get like 2 levels by doing this. Then again, I was staying longer than I possibly had to. Something you can do is actually collect the etc. drops and then put it into your storage and transfer to another character so they can just easily beat the quest and don't have to do the mob, but it's not that hard. There's optional training spots for the burning on. I'm skipping most of them, but I'll mention them in my solo progression. That's going to be starting up soon, so you guys can. For this, it's more casual for me, and the solo progression is more guide oriented. So that's why I'm not really doing that much information in this. I want to, but episode 1, I'm in a kind of a rush. The video should have been up 5 hours ago, but I couldn't get the commentary. Anyway, after I finished following on, I decided to take on Magnus, and it took a long time. This is easy Magnus, obviously, because, well, I don't think I have enough damage to do normal. I've actually never fought normally. One time I've ever done normal is when I was way too overleveled or overpowered. I should be doing hard at that point. But yeah, just killing Magnus. Now Magnus has 2 drops you want to go for. I forgot to talk about this in Zakum. Zakum has the eye accessory and power crystal you want to go for, and of course the boss crystals. As for Magnus, he has a shoulder, a badge that he drops, but Hard Magnus and all of them has a cape you want to go for. And also, I lost 2 lives because this class is really mobile, and I just kept jumping into attacks and dying by stupid things. Man, didn't edit these videos things, and I don't feel like editing anymore, so unprofessional episode 1. Anywho, we finish off Magnus, and this is where I discovered something I did not know. I couldn't pick up the power crystal, and new counts can't drop things after a certain amount of time. So I missed out on a 2 mil power crystal. It doesn't matter. 2 mils is not that big of a deal. So I was hoping I could drop like coins and stuff and that counts, but nope, you can't drop anything other than boss pieces like Zakum's thing to fight Zakum. But yep, and I think that's pretty much it for day 1. I think I do 1 extra thing, and that's it. Selling all of the items. You do get a medal for doing that, but it's not that great. But day 1 was pretty much simple. I wanted to get more, but I think when I started the series, I had to work the next day, so I couldn't do as much as I wanted. So a reset happened. I also will be counting reset. I'm counting the day, not the day of Maple, just like when I was recording this, the 12. Fought Zakum, and I think I did get I did get the aquatic eye accessory, which is good, and decided to top it off by fighting Hilla. Hilla does have a pocket item, and since I have it unlocked, we can fight Hilla. Woo! Well, we can get a pocket item. That's what I meant to say. Now, Hilla does have something you could go for, but for a burning character, you don't have to worry about it because you get a free CRA set. And the Necromancing set is good because it has good flames. Well, you have a chance of getting good flames on it. And I personally just like going for that instead of Pencilator because I can fight this boss every single day and get a full set within just 1 boss fight, and then waiting, 1,000 drops just to get 1 decent flamed Pencilator. But then of course there's those red power flamed items you can get, which I think they changed recently. Like, you used to be able to get a whole bunch of them from like Rimaru and stuff, and I think they changed it so they don't drop as frequently, which kind of sucks. That means there's no point to run Rimaru that much anymore, except for Power Crystal. And of course she has a drop pocket item. She also has a pet, but that only drops in hard. I think it can drop in easy, but it's thing. But that's it for day 1. I got a lot of stuff done, and I'll see you guys in day 2, which is going to be in a few seconds. Well, yeah, a couple seconds. with day 2, we decided to start off the day by getting Prequests done. My goal for this character was to get it to 210, which we're still trying to do, and make it a boss mule so we can have one strong character be able to fight all the bosses, so I can get Mesos until I get a Meso farmer, which will be soon, because I think for the next Terror Birdie I'm going to just burn Arcana. You don't have to, because it's really easy to do, but it's just one of those things of I kind of need Arcana during this event so I can get a coin collector, but honestly it's not that bad. I don't know what I'm going to do for Terror Burn 2, but that's going to be next Tuesday. But yeah, we're doing Papillota's Prequest, which is not long. It's literally go to map, kill mobs, stall force, or do a quest called stall force, talk to another NPC, kill more mobs, and then go fight Papillotas. Ever since its remake, I have never fought him. Well, I have fought him, but like barely. And the first time I ever fought Papillotas, I was already strong enough to be able to like one shot, not really one shot, but burst him down in like a couple seconds. So I still don't understand how this boss fight works. And that's a good thing that we're going to learn how to do this while we play this, because I'm dying. I should have mentioned this during day 1, but I forgot. Whenever you do the Afterland, you can choose what color your tombstone is when you die. You can choose between bronze, silver, gold. And if you speed through the text like I did, you just default get gold. But eventually, after dying like 20 times I think it was, we did beat Papillotas. More boss crystals. Only I think Chaos is the one that matters for drops. The other ones are just for power crystals, so you get Mesos. Anyway, the next thing we decided to do is finish out the Papillota's Prequest, which is getting one item, and then turn it in. You get a cape, but you don't really need that. After I finished Papillota's, I decided to do Magnus Prequest, which I also never do, because I almost never fight Magnus until my Blaze Wizard soul progression. And the Prequest is actually not that long. It's relatively short. Of course, I don't show the whole thing, but it's just kill mobs, grab their etc. drop. Kill more mobs. Do like a Monster Park style thing where you have to clear the whole map of mobs and then go to the next floor. Super simple, super easy. And after doing this so many times, I never realized how easy some things are. Oh, and also something else about Mercedes. I'm getting so used to the fact that I can instantly climb up ropes by just pressing up. So if I play a different class, I press up and it's like, oh wait, I can't do that on this character. And yeah. Just more killing mobs and collecting drops. Having a pet is really useful. Luckily, the Terror Burning does give us a free snail that lasts longer than a normal snail. But there's also a way to get a free sheep pet through the light bulb quest. There's one of them. If you complete all the how-tos, you get one. Anyway, I was looking at the shop because I was just trying to look at everything. But you can buy Tyrant stuff, but to get those coins, you have to defeat Hard Magnus. Because normal and easy has different coins. But now with that done, we have unlocked normal and hard that we don't want to touch. Started to grind and cap coins until I get to 140. So that's why we're training here. This map is huge, by the way. And there's one map before this. It's also the same thing. I don't like training there because you can actually fall into one of the lavas and then teleport you to a hidden map with like worse enemies to fight. It's just not fun. Anyway, at 140, you unlock your hyper skills and also hyper stats. I don't touch hyper stats until like I'm 170, I think it was. Started the commercial prequest, so we can start doing commercial daily. by doing commercial, you can get a face and eye accessory, and I think a pendant as well. I know the accessories are used, but I don't know about the pendant. You can also get a weapon here called the Sweetwater weapon that a lot of people use, and I think I had one that was decent, but then I got the free Absolab weapon, so I stopped using it. So it's good to do commercially, but after a while, after doing it's like around 10 runs, you can do it depending on which. If you do the higher ones, it's more like bigger and stuff. Started the pink bean prequest, and this prequest is, you don't have to do it. You can actually wait till you're 200 if you want to, because it's killing mobs and going through every single map just to fight up single boss. And you do need the etc. the pink bean, because that's like the only pocket item you're going to have for a long time, unless you get Hillas. And also it's a really good training spot, so I recommend training there. After a while, decided to say, screw it, I'm going to do this now and not wait till level 200 like I normally do. And that is the Hyzan Temple prequest. This quest line is something you want to do. It's not actually a prequest. Well, actually, no, it is a prequest, technically. But to do this, you just click on the light bulb and it's there. It locks at 145, I think it is. But yeah, you just do this on all 3 Sengoku characters, Kana, Ayame, which needs to be a class, and Hayato. I hate this quest, but I think they made it more easier. By easier, meaning you don't die as fast. But you just train here, and also doing the quest, like the quest, well, like, is to kill 100 mobs, because these mobs don't give you experience. But when you turn it in the quest, they do give you experience. So you can still level up, I think, 1 or 2 times by doing this. But you want to do this because of 2 reasons. Now, you can only do Kana and say, that's good enough. Which is why I'm doing Kana first, because that's what I was going to do. After you defeat the boss, you actually, from watching Coppersun's video, you can actually cheese this boss so he doesn't knock you around all the time by just staying up there. Works on every single character. I thought it was only Kana thing, but no, it works on every single one. But once you defeat every single boss, you have to fight Princess No herself. And the reason why you want to do this is because you get a ring, a belt, and a shoulder. The Kana ring is pretty much going to be around for a long time. As for the belt and shoulder, it won't. And also something else I want to mention, the Reboot box does give you a unique scroll. And I did use it on the Kana ring, and it's already tiered up to legendary, which is great. Anyway, after doing just the Kana ring, started doing Root Abyss. You have to do Root Abyss 10 times to unlock Chaos Root Abyss. So while that's going on, I do want to explain one more thing with the Kana ring and stuff. You have to do all 3 of them and do like a little bit more quest to unlock Princess No, which has the best secondary slot for characters who don't equip a shield. So I think the characters that equip a shield, they all use the Demo shield except for Mihail, who uses Evolab. And the demon characters, Demon Slayer and Demon Avenger, uses the drop from Damien. So you got to do it anyway. Anyway, you unlock Root Abyss at 120, but I almost never do it at 120 because I'm just too lazy. And I want to wait until I have enough range to actually be able to beat him. So yeah. We started doing this because if you do it every single day, you unlock, well, you have to do it 10 times to be able to fight Chaos Root Abyss, which we do want to do, because that's a lot of Mesos, and that's better. Because the Fafnir set we have on this CRA set that we have equipped right now is only for 90 days. After 90 days, it disappears, and I kind of do want to have a set to fight these bosses. And I'll go into a more, like, guide, I guess you can say, for how to fight these bosses when we get CRA. For the normal one, it just shoot them. And learn the mechanics, because learning boss fights is actually fun. their Chaos version are like exactly the same with like small changes to the mechanic. So, third boss on our list is Queen. Personally, my favorite boss to fight, and one of the most easiest one. I like the concept of different faces, different forms, do different things, and I love it. Pierre is my least favorite. And for people who watch my plays with slow progression, I don't know if I mentioned it in the video, but yeah, it's pretty obvious why. I think Vaughn is my third favorite, and then Vellum will probably my second. Anyway, the reason why I'm not showing Vellum is because I forgot to turn in the quest. So I have to go, basically, the quest is you do it in order, and then Vellum's the last one. I forgot to turn it in, the Queen one. So I had to wait 30 minutes. And now 30 minutes, decided, let's do Commercy. I hate doing Commercy. It's just so boring. But you have to do it to get those items. And after a couple Commercy runs, I think I did just Commercy, and I think after this I did something else. I don't know what it was. No, I think I fought another boss. I don't remember. I had all this stuff written down. I do have a notepad that has what I'd done that day so I can remember what to talk about. Yeah, we fought Horntail. And something funny happened during this run, which you'll see. My voice is kind of scratchy. Then naturally, it is always scratchy. But after Horntail's a very simple fight. But yeah, I think it dropped the ring and pendant. And I can't drop items. So, but I think actually, I think it just dropped one pendant, but I want to believe it dropped the ring and pendant, so I feel even worse. Anyway, let me fight Vellum. This fight is so annoying because he keeps going in and out, in and out. He's a lot more easier in Chaos, oddly enough, because he can stay out a lot more longer. Of course, he does have that. But that's pretty much all I did. After this, I think I fought Hilla. And I also said, screw it, let me go fight. And I did do the rest of the temple. I didn't record any of it because I was just trying to speed run. Alright, that's it for day 2. As for day 3, I kind of forgot to record a lot of footage, so it's pretty much just blank. But I did start my Illium solo progression, so I'm working on that character as we currently speak. But slowly but surely. And that should be coming out very soon. I just have to get him to level 100 for episode 1. But then I decided, after doing a couple training, I managed to get to level 175. Started the Cygnus Prequest. And while I was here, I found this character. I'm like, I haven't seen this character before. But where? It's actually a YouTuber by the name of Halifaxia, I think that's how I pronounce it. And yeah, I ran into them just by coincidence. Anyway, I started doing the Cygnus Prequest and just, yeah. Doing this at this level is fine, but I did die a lot. I think I died twice to the archers. But once I got to the advanced Knight A, the Thieves, where they have that, you know, the bat attack that hits you like 5 times. I think multiple can hit you at the same time and you take double the damage and you just die. It got to a point where I got so annoyed, I'm like, I'm done. I'll come do this some other day. I think I actually got half of it done and then I just said, I'm done. And I just fought more daily bosses and just called it there. And that's pretty much it for day 3. I didn't really do much. I did end off the day with fighting Magnus, hoping to get the badge drop. Spoilers, I didn't. I will mention this. Around doing the second Commercy run, before we did Vellum, I got to 160, and I just fell in love with this class that I decided this is actually going to be our archer main until Kane comes out and see if he's going to be better. This class is just super fun. I like the mobility of it, and it's This is so fun. But yeah, that's the end of this episode. This episode was really scuffed, I would say. I wanted to do a lot more with it, but I'm running out of time. Like, right now is 5 o'clock, and I still have to render and export this video. So there's a chance that the next episode won't be coming out as fast as I want to. I want to do more editing. I want to do a lot more stuff with the series, and we will do that stuff. So it's just going to keep getting better and better, hopefully, as time goes on. Or worse. Something else about the outro. I'll have the playlist on the screen. You guys can see the playlist probably right now. But the second playlist, you can see that's the Blaze Wizard solo progression. I will also have whatever solo progression I'm currently doing. So when Illium episode 1 goes up, so for episode 2 we're going to have Illium playlist, and then let's say we finish Illium and start a solo progression of Blaze Wizard. I'm saying Blaze Wizard because we already did that. It will be replaced on like episode 10 or 20 with the current solo progression that we're doing, just to kind of keep track of like which time period did I do so and so solo progression. But anyway, hope you guys enjoyed this episode. I'll see you guys in episode 2 of this, which should be day 4, 5, and 6. Nothing happened on those days because day 4 we did a lot of things. Day 5 was maintenance, which was down the whole day, and day 6, which was today, I've been spending time editing this video together. Alright, hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you guys later.